All right. Good morning, everybody. You got David with Income from Services coming at you. Just want to give you an update on the $100,000 into $200,000 challenge to happen as quickly in 2025 as possible. We're in our first 30 days, started on, well, I want to say January 1st, but really it was probably December 29th. But regardless, this is a simulated trading play money account, trades just like real money. Uh, you know, there's absolutely no difference except you can't withdraw it and spend it. But if you're starting off, if you're trying to learn something new, if you want to replace your paycheck so that you have the freedom to do what you want to do, retire, continue working, it's up to you. Right now, if you're working because you need to take care of your family, I'd like to flip that around for you so that you're working because you want to, or you don't have to work at all or work as much. Nothing can replace time with your family. All right, so let's get an update here. What a difference a week makes, right? So now I'm down again to 97,000. So in essence, $3,000 down on a $100,000 account, and it's been basically a little more than a week. There are 20 days left in the challenge for this month, right? Not in the challenge, but I keep misspeaking on that. In this set of trades, I did them all for 31 days. There's 20 days left. So basically 3 weeks. So we'll break it down. I'll tell you each one. So you can look over here. You can see that AMD, my very first stock that I traded on here, is down. This is an unrealized loss of $877. And the reason that happens is because if you look at the chart, here is AMD, right? You can see that it goes up a little bit, it goes down a little bit. This is a 90-day chart. Let's look at the last 20 days, right? So it had a high of 132.75 and a low of about 114.45. So I like to kind of split the difference. And I would expect it to be, it's going to get around 122, somewhere's in there. Well, guess what? That is about what we paid for it, I think. I paid $123.80. It's now trading at $115.60. So that means an unrealized loss just on the stock price alone of $820. But you know what? I'm not worried about that because I know the stocks, they go down a little bit, they come back up a little bit. We're making money off the turn. I want that monthly premium income, and here's the monthly premium income. I agreed to purchase 200 shares at $120. There's 20 days left before that decision is made for me. But I got paid $560 twice. So that's $1,120 credited to this account. Okay, I also did one covered call at $125. You can see the one right here. You can also see there's 20 days left in it. And I got paid $665 for that. Now, the unrealized and confusing part of this is these numbers over here, the marks. The mark is important for the current trading price. Like if I wanted to get out of this trade, you can see the puts are worth more now because the stock has gone down. The call is worth less now because the stock also has gone down, right? So if you're selling a call and the stock goes down, the price of that call goes down as well. If you're selling a put, cash secured put, and the stock goes down, the price goes up. The reverse of that is true, and I'll show you that. For example, let's look at, what is this one? This is FSLR, I think. All right. So I bought FSLR 100 shares for $181.36. It's now trading as of Friday, yesterday. By the way, today is January 11th, which is a Saturday. It stopped trading yesterday at $189.24. So that's a $788 gain, right? But if you look at the $175 puts that I agreed to purchase, which means that if FSLR is below $175 in 20 days, I will buy 200 shares. I've agreed to that. In response to agreeing that, I get $725 in premium twice. So that's $1,450, boom, in the bank in this account. All right. It's currently worth $308 a piece, and I was paid $725. This is kind of a fictitious number, even though it's real. For example, if I wanted to end this trade early, I could simply buy back. See, I sold the puts. I could buy them back. I sold them at $725 each. I could buy them back at $308. That'd give me a profit of $833. If the market was open right now and I wanted to end this trade, I could, but I don't want to. I'm getting paid for this time here. Each day this ticks off, I get this number gets a little bit lower. If the stock price stays the same, that can affect it. But there's a Greek called theta. Theta has to do with time. I'm not at all even smart enough to talk about the Greeks, but I know there's like 5 main ones. Delta, gamma, theta. I don't even know what the other two are, but the theta, I remember it has to do with time because it starts with a T. And since we're selling options, time is on our side. If you buy an option, time is not on your side. So just remember that. Sellers of options win 80% of the time. Buyers of options win approximately 20% of the time. But anyway, so you can see this stock is positive, so the numbers are reversed. The puts are actually worth less, and the call is worth more. So here's a $185 call, right? I've got one of them, which means I agree to sell my 100 shares that I paid $181.36 for. I agree to sell it at $185 if FSLR in 20 days is above $185. For that agreement, they paid me $785. If I wanted to get out of it, I'd have to pay $1,128, which I don't want to get out of it. I'm perfectly happy with letting them call this away, right? But you're going to say to yourself, well, if you paid $185 and you could have sold it for $189, you lost $400. Well, that's your opinion, right? But this is what I'm after. I'm after these premiums, right? Every month, because guess what? That's when your bills come. Oh, shout out, by the way, to my 25th and newest subscriber, Don, whom I met yesterday. Looked like a really bright young man, interested in possibly replacing his paycheck. I hope that this helps you, Don. Anybody that you know that wants to replace their paycheck, please get them subscribed to my channel, man. I appreciate your help. You're a good dude, and I wish you safety and prosperity in 2025. It was a pleasure to meet you yesterday. All right. Moving on down the road here. So Palantir, you can see it's minus right now. Why? Well, because Palantir has gone down. I paid $77.43 for it. It's trading at $66.78. If you watch my earlier videos, you'll see that I said Palantir. I wasn't super pleased with the chart, right? Because it looked to me like Palantir was kind of near its top, right? So here's a 20-day look, and it looked to me like it was in the 80s, I think, when I started here, and I thought it might go back down, but that's okay. You're not dead with this strategy. Now, if I'd have just bought 100 shares and hoped that it would go up, I'd be in trouble. I'd be minus quite a bit here for good, but the premiums offset that. I've made 2 times 465 and 1 times 575. So what is that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about $1,400 to offset this $1,000 that it says I've lost. Now, this is all unrealized, right? We got to wait for these 20 days to finish up. So 3 more weeks. That's when I'll do my next video. The big dog Tesla, let's just take a look at it real quick. So you can see Tesla, it's a mover, right? It moves. So it was as high as 488. Again, this is a 20-day chart, right? So it was as high as 488 and as low as 373. It's now trading at 394. It was at close of business yesterday on Friday. So according to this, that means that I am lost because I paid 409 for it. It's trading at 393. I'm down $4,700. But I made 1,890 here. I made 3,420 here and $8,060 here. So totally offsets any losses that Tesla might have given me. Plus, I'm still going to own my 300 shares when this 20 days is up, unless Tesla climbs above $420, which I kind of hope 419 is where it ends up, but we'll see. Now I want to flip and show you my secret sauce here in my IRA Play Money account, right? I did one trade and it was on Tesla. Also had 100,000. If my trade is successful, and it's also got 20 days left, you can see I'll have $208,000 in here. I will have made $108,000 in like 31 days. Amazing. And it's in an IRA, so it would be tax-free. But basically, I like to show the what they call analyze portion of this trade, because it's unlike the covered calls and the cash secured puts, right? This represents the payment. Here's where Tesla was trading on Friday at 393.30. If this was 20 days from now and the trade ended, I would make 8,600. Here, just let's see. I'm going to You look at that bottom number there, 86.25. I make $8,625. Not a great return on a $100,000 investment in 30 days. I want to make at least 10,000, but not bad. If Tesla climbs, and it just climbs to 415, that's when I'll make that 108,625. Now, if it falls, and it could go south, right? Tesla is a volatile beast. If it falls down below 380, I'll lose 88,000. If it falls below 370, I'll lose $98,875. But this is Tesla we're talking about, right? And earnings are on the way. I don't anticipate it would lose too much more steam. It may. Depends on the news, right? Elon Musk could come out, say something that the market doesn't like, and the stock is going to go down. He may come out and say something that they do like, and then the stock will go up. Anyway, I'm going to let this one run. I probably won't end this trade early, although I could. If the market was open right now and I was to end it, I'd make $8,625. So, hey, it is what it is. I'll take it, but I'm going to let this run because my goal is to make that 108,625. That'll be probably my second largest play money win ever. But what happens is psychologically, if you can make money with play money, you'll remember that I've said in the past, you're likely able to make money with real money. If you lose money with play money, you will absolutely, without a doubt, lose money with play money. You got to treat it like real money. Here's where we're at right now. Just remember that there's still 3 weeks left, okay? So keep an open mind. I'll be coming at y'all next week and give you an update. There'll be 2 weeks left in this month's trades, right? And we'll see where we're at. Again, my goal is to make this now 96,962. I want this number over 200, and I'll consider it a win. Now, for those of you that have been following along with me, we'll do this with real money at some point in the future, but I want to do it with play money first because I know anybody can open an account. Anybody. You don't have to say, well, you can do a real money trade challenge with 100,000 or 50,000 or 10,000, but I can't. I want to meet you where you are. Leave me a comment and let me know how much you'd like me to do a real money challenge for. I'll go up to $100,000. Or I'll do another play money challenge if you're not quite understanding this or you just don't feel comfortable yet. Do not invest a penny until you understand the strategy. The goal is for you to make money and replace that fat paycheck you get, right? All right, I'm signing out. I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much.